Within the pages of a mystical storybook, a tapestry of ever-changing tales unfolds. Welcome to the Chronicles of the DaMmed, a captivating series that weaves together realms of unimaginable wonders and haunting mysteries.
Venture into a world where the very fabric of reality is in flux, where heroes and heroines navigate shifting landscapes and face new perils with each turning of the page.
From the darkest corners of horror to the realms of high fantasy, each trilogy of episodes reveals a different theme, crafting a unique narrative tapestry. Discover the secrets of ancient civilizations, eldritch powers that defy comprehension, and the harrowing depths of the human psyche.
Traverse enchanted forests where legends come alive and mythical creatures roam. Ascend towering citadels where power and politics shape the fate of nations. Plunge into the depths of unexplored abysses where the mysteries of the cosmos await your discovery.
With every triad of tales, a new chapter unfurls, inviting you to embark on a fresh adventure. Each theme, distinct and captivating, will transport you to a world beyond imagination, where magic and danger entwine.
Will you delve into the depths of untold secrets, or ascend to the heights of heroic legend? The choice is yours as you immerse yourself into the boundless possibilities of this ever-evolving storybook.
Welcome to Chronicles of the DaMmed.
In the realm of ever-changing tales, welcome to the Chronicles of the DaMmed. With every session, a new chapter unfolds, revealing wonders and dangers unimagined. Embrace the journey, for heroes will rise, destinies will be written, and the storybook will come alive before your very eyes. Prepare to be enchanted as we venture forth into a world where imagination knows no bounds. I am your story weaver, and let the story begin and the chapter conclude tonight. Before we begin, I just want to make mention that the music is Critical Role's Welcome to Tal'Dorei soundtrack. It's available everywhere you get your music. So shout out to those guys. They produce amazing music and great content. So thank you so much for your music, guys. Give me 1 second. I have some technical difficulty. All right. Last we left off, our adventurers settled into their new home, settled in the mountains, where upon exploring the caverns, a nearby cavern, they discovered a character from Campaign 1 made an appearance with some of the children. The benefactor made his appearance. Upon discovering the benefactor, they realized that the magic hadn't just penetrated our own world, it had influenced the realm of Campaign 1. And as soon as they got back into the house, a firefight had broken outside the house. And upon reaching outside, they discovered the Fiorians had discovered their location. And a quick firefight ensued, which resulted in one Fiorian getting captured, many left dead, and one leaving the battleground wounded, flying off in a ship. An interrogation ensued, in which our heroes tried to glean more information, and while their prisoner seemed willing and forthcoming, something did happen and resulted in Ethan being taken, and the Fiorian himself ended up being killed at the hands of Caleb. After debating on what to do next, they were able to get some information and glean from Elliot, as Elliot found out that the planet Andrasto was going to be attacked. And so, and upon using that information, that we're going to pick up tonight. For those of for those guys, for everybody last week. We're gonna backtrack just a little bit so we can get more caught up. I apologize. I felt like I rushed the last little bit of it, so we're just gonna go back now to the part where you guys have the information. You guys know that planet Andrasto will be attacked. Um, and uh, you guys have, if you guys leave now, with after getting some supplies, you guys can probably beat the Emperor to Andrasto. Or if you guys have you have some other options as far as how to get to Andrasto or even get to the flagship. But at this moment in time, um, I turn it over to you guys. What are you guys doing?
So, I think that we should try to take. Well, we are. I believe we were in agreement that we were going to send Corton there to see if he can get on the ship without any kind of code or anything.
Well, mostly
Yeah,
just be
I thought we-
cannon fodder to distract.
Yeah,
he
so
gets gone.
so let's go ahead and do that. Let's establish a link with his ship. Let's with the new ships that we gave him. Let's have him go to the ship and see what happens when he approaches. See if there's any kind of transponders that show that the ship's friendly, or if he's going to be fired upon immediately, or what's going to happen before we try and do that, because I'd rather not be spaced.
All right.
Everybody in agreement?
Yeah, I want to grab some medical supplies while you're doing that.
Okay.
Just to make sure we have some for the trip.
All right, so I'm going to go to Corton. I'm assuming he's still there somewhere.
Yeah, he is outside making the final repairs on the windshield of Ethan's ship.
Okay.
And you guys did park one of their ships inside the hangar, but there's still two left outside.
Okay,
And in addition to Corton's ragtag ship.
Okay, so we're gonna give them two of the enemy ships. We're gonna keep the one that's in the hangar. So I'm gonna go find Corton.
Okay, you find him and his kobold friends, family. You're not quite sure. They look very similar. Corton's definitely the biggest of the bunch.
All kobolds look alike.
But they all do look alike. Yes.
That's cobalt racism.
Yeah.
They don't care. As long as there's a dragon or money, they don't care.
That is true. Very, very true. So you approach Corton. Corton sees you kind of rolling up, and he barks something at the other two repairing the windshield. And you get the sense that it was kind of more like, hey, keep working. I'm going to go, talk to Caleb. And so he descends down and he walks over to you, a bit shy or almost like dreading what you're going to say to him, but still comes towards you.
How's the windshield coming?
Well, it's coming along. I mean, we'll be done in the next, 30 minutes or so.
Perfect, because remember that mission I was telling you about? Yeah, it's about time to do it.
I mean, I'm grateful for the ship, but what about our supplies? What? I mean, you're expecting us to just, repair this windshield and go?
Yeah. I'm giving you 2 free ships. And the chance to be named a hero.
Oh, I do like the sound of that.
Just
Hero Corton.
imagine this. You could even, with this fame that you're going to get from this mission, you could even go to another planet and become King Corton.
Guys, we gotta...
And you can hear him barking up in Colpoltese.
Guys, we gotta finish this in 10 minutes. We're leaving.
And you can hear the speed of the other guys. Before, they were working at a nice, good pace, but now it's definitely doubled. And they're done in 10 minutes, as Corton promised. You look at the craftsmanship. it's going to hold and do its job, but there's definitely some like it doesn't look pretty. Like it's done and it will hold, but it doesn't look very pretty.
Well, we're probably not going to be using that ship anyways for a little while. So
As he grabs his kobold buddies and he barks orders at them, they climb in their ships and the two ships fly off.
okay.
I walk outside and Caleb look up his.
Can't hear you.
I walk out. I don't know if anyone. I walk outside and I approach Caleb from behind, and looking up at the ships taking off, and wasn't that lizard guy and his friends?
Yeah, Corton.
Yeah.
They are going to see if they die on the way to the flagship. They don't know that, but
So you send 3 lizard people to their death so that we might have a chance to get on the ship and kill the Emperor.
We should hurry then.
exactly.
Because they're kind of the distraction. We gotta go stealth now.
It's not that. I want to see, because if they can make safe passage and there's a transponder on the ship, then we're going to take the final ship of his and go there, because the transponder will read it as friendly. So they won't be ready for us.
Did we tell them not to land there? Because if they land and it's just a whole bunch of kobolds, they're going to be on the lookout.
I already told them that they're on a recon mission.
Okay.
So I don't think Corton's that dumb.
Might be,
I think
but
let's just grab as much medical and ammo we can get and
Yeah.
kind of tail behind them as discreetly as we can, because I get the feeling we're gonna have a very small window to sneak on that ship.
yeah. And
I
then,
go off to collect some weapons and ammo.
I'm definitely. I don't remember when I said this, but I'm switching the grenades in my launcher over to cold, like I did.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna look for medical supplies.
Okay.
Like
make the
emergency
switch.
medical supplies.
Okay, you make the switch, and you do make a search of the house for medical supplies, but other than like a basic first aid kit, you can't find anything inside the house.
Yeah.
As far as like a first aid medical supply. You do remember that Ethan does have a medical kit on his ship, if you were wanting to take that off, and that's more extensive as far as like that's got everything from like sickness of like air travel to like burns and basics. Like Ethan made sure that like his medical kits are a lot more better suited than the med kit you'd probably get from the house.
Okay, so in that case, I'll leave the one at the house. I was gonna say, I mean, is there anything that could be usable in an emergency situation? Because if there's anything that'll like help us that maybe like the other med kit wouldn't have, then I'll grab that. But otherwise, I want there to be some kind of medical stuff here in case we get back and something happens.
Sure. The medical kit that you have at the house is used to treat like minor burns and the occasional scrapes and bruises. In a pinch, it would probably like help with like a couple of like the like blaster shots from like, you get the sense that like the bullets up here are made of very hot laser fire.
Yeah.
So the med kit at the house is used for like like minor burns and scrapes. Like you could use it in a pinch and it'd probably do its job fine, but like if more than 2 people got hit, you're probably gonna be screwed.
Yeah. Okay, well I'll take those.
Okay. So there's like a cold compass and some painkillers that are in there that can be used to help with the pain.
Okay, what I'm trying to do is, I'm not the greatest at treating injuries. I'm only trained. If there's anybody that's better off with that, I think that'd be you, Caleb, right? Because you were the combat medic.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a master in it.
Yeah, so we're gonna give most of the injury stuff to Caleb, but then I wanted a secondary person to have some stuff just in case.
So
that somebody else has like at least one thing to pop out.
I mean, the big thing is we can't bleed out.
Yeah.
So, because blaster shots are going to cauterize the wounds.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, and I'm experienced. I can cover a gaping chest wound with a trash bag and duct tape. So, I can make a little out of a lot out of a little.
We should also, because I'm going to be using cold grenades, I think there might have been something in there, but we need something to treat like frostbite or something if we get caught in that crossfire. If there's anything that I can like pack to help with that.
Hot hands.
Med kit.
Yeah.
What's that?
Hot hands. There's always hot hands in a combat medic kit.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. And there's actually a couple inside the house because the house actually is nestled up against the mountain. So there's like a bunch of hot hand stuff inside. As people are like making treks up mountains and stuff, it gets cold.
Okay, so I'm gonna pass those out to the people that don't have biotics, because me and I think Caleb also has biotics, can put up a shield.
Yeah.
To keep ourselves good, and they'll actually be like screwed if they get like too cold. I think, because I don't think you guys don't have biotics, right?
The other two have
on me.
I was gonna say the other two really haven't experimented with Novak and Belvis respectively. They haven't.
Yeah, that's true. They don't know what they do.
I want to go up to Ben and with the arm I severed off and go to Ben. Hey, you need a hand?
Hey, what the fuck, man?
Oh
Christ, Chris.
All right, listen. Yeah. Everybody gather what you need. Any food, anything like that. Where I'm gonna talk to Tyr. Where is Corton's ship in relation to the flagship currently?
A slight pause before you hear Tyr. It's kind of hard to gauge. Mainly just because I don't know where the flagship is. Like, there's, like, I don't have anything, like, I didn't download any schematics from, like, the path back to the ship. For all I know, Corton could be flying back home. He could be flying towards Earth. You can hear, like, almost hear, like, a coin flip, like, in your helmet, like, it's like a coin flip into the air. I don't know. I need schematics of where, like, our flight path of the...
I think I had those, but Cleo's doing something else.
Yeah,
I need you
we know that it's going to Androsta, but we don't know where it's coming from.
All right, I need you to gain access to the ship that we still have docked, download its flight path from where it came from. Presumably it came from the flagship, so download that flight path and figure out a trajectory.
And you hear another slight pause before he says, "Okay, got it done." And in your visor appears a map, and Corton's about halfway there at this point.
Okay, so I'll relate that to everybody, and so if we leave now, that means we will be halfway there as he is approaching.
All right, that sounds good. Right. Let's get going. I think what we have is going to have to be enough. We need to get there now.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and get in the ship and climb in the pilot seat.
Can I grab the arm from Chris and throw it off the ship?
We may need this for like passcodes. Like I'm downloading.
Okay, fine.
As you approach the enemy ship, you do realize that the ship was designed to hold 2 people somewhat comfortably. 4 people can fit inside the ship, but it's like, besides the pilot, I mean, you guys are sitting like shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, they'll be
like,
fine.
Widthwise in the back, and only 1 seat in the back.
Ben can sit on my lap.
I make a rush for the seat.
I slap her with the head and then beat him to the seat.
Shouldn't the person that's got good tech sit up towards the front with the driver? Because isn't it usually like multiple people have to help out piloting these things?
No. These would be single pilot ships. I mean, most of this would be done with AI anyways.
You get the sense that there is 1 pilot and the other guy is used as like a gunner for like the bigger guns on the ship.
Are there guns on the ship?
Go ahead and give me a observation check.
Yeah, and I want to know how screwed we're gonna be if we get seen. Like, if we have any chance of getting away.
That is a 4 out of 8.
There are weapons on the ship, but they're designed for like the starship to starship battle, not so much a starship to flagship.
But good to know.
Yeah.
In case we get into space war.
I looked
War
at
of
the
stars, if you will.
I looked at Chris and Elliot. So who wants the gunner seat?
I do.
I like guns, but I think Chris is gonna have a better ability in that if we're using tech.
Yeah.
I looked at Chris and rock paper scissors.
I toss him the hand and then get into the gunner seat.
Ew. Is there a bathroom?
Boys, don't make
Latches
me
onto your wrist, Ben.
don't make me turn
It
this ship
latches onto your-
around.
All of a sudden, it latches on to your wrist.
Fucking cousin Ed over here. Someone get it off me. Elliot, get this thing off me.
I'm just laughing at him.
Hey, funny.
I'm gonna go ahead and without warning, knowing Ben's standing up, I'm gonna go ahead and start taking off.
Hey! I try and keep my balance.
Okay, I'm gonna sit and get buckled in so I don't fly all over the place. I don't know if this thing has gravity.
Ben's gonna fly backwards and the hand's just gonna be like right in his face.
I'm desperately trying to keep my balance as I'm trying to get this arm that is now latched onto me off.
Remember, don't
Okay.
lose it.
Ben, make me a brawn check.
Brawn check.
Ben's gonna die by a hand.
Oh my god.
I'll offer him a
Yeah,
hand.
I am gonna die because I got a 1 out of 8.
Oh.
Or,
think
I
it's
mean,
not
it
across
could
the
have been
face.
for falling in the spaceship,
You-
too.
You go to pull the hand off,
Ooh.
And you rip your
and
own.
it tightens. It's latched onto your wrist. Luckily you're wearing your armor, cause it's getting tighter and tighter.
Bring it
and
over
tighter.
here.
Ow!
I'm
Someone help me!
I'm gonna try to get
use
it off.
the Zword.
I don't want to
You guys, okay, so here's how it's sit. Caleb, you're sitting really comfortable up in the pilot seat, but how they are positioned in the back. So you got Chris in the gunner seat. His left shoulder is like, where in position to Ben's body is like back behind Ben's back. Elliot is like if Elliot is sitting either like on the other side of Chris,
Yeah, I
they are
buckled
gonna
in.
have to reach up over Chris to help get Ben off.
So, is there enough space for Ben to kind of come up towards me, and I can use like my little Shoto Zword?
It's enough for his head and his arm, which the arm is attached to squeeze up there, but not for his entire
Okay,
body. To
Ben, reach your arm up here.
I kind of push the arm with it's attached to this possessed hand onto
I'm
me.
gonna-
Get off me!
Pull
Get
out the short Shoto Zword and hack it off at the wrist.
Okay, I need a brawn check.
You better not get a 1.
cut Ben's hand off.
I kind of want to see if what would happen if he gets a 1.
Oh god.
No, I
What
got
did you do?
I got a 2 out of 8.
Okay.
Okay, you go to cut it off, and you're striking more of Ben's armor than you are actually like hitting the actual hand.
I'm gonna go again.
And you can. Okay, go ahead.
I yell at
Man, I was
Caleb,
gonna
would
say,
you
at
watch
this
what
point,
you're
I can
doing?
Rip it off with
Actually-
biotic.
5 out of 8.
This time you managed to cut it at the wrist. The rest of the arm falls off, but the hand is still attached.
Is it still gripping strong?
Yep.
All right, I got it. So I'm going to change into Maresh, and I am going to scream and rage, assumingly, because I haven't activated my biotics, assumingly activating my biotics to rip the thing off. So, with that being said,
Do not rip my arm off.
I would like to rage.
Okay. It was going to be a disadvantage because you are flying the ship.
and you did not put it on autopilot.
Eh.
But since
I'm steering with my knee.
but since you raged, it negates the disadvantage. So roll a straight. Because you were mad. You were at this point like mad that like you can't get this stupid arm off.
So I'm doing a brawn.
Yes, brawn. You were actively trying to pull it off.
5 out of 8.
You, in a rage, rip it off, and you see as you rip off the hand, it lets go. But you see this like mucus, blood-like trail leave the hand and snap on into Ben's armor.
Symbiote.
Oh my god.
You're gonna be fucking Venom.
My god.
You're gonna be Venom.
Dad.
Again. Again.
Goddamn xenomorph
Okay,
or
we gotta get
something?
this thing out of his armor.
It's giving you gelatinous ooze. You're gonna vomit a child
I don't
again.
think this is something we want to just leave alone.
Can we get this out of here?
Is it gone? Like, is it disappeared in his armor?
It's done now. Like it's looking limp. You go to touch it, it doesn't even twitch or move. Like.
So you're saying it's now flaccid?
Yeah.
I try to. I want to check
Ben,
my.
it didn't even buy you dinner. How do you feel?
What'd you do with
Sorry,
my
my-
arm?
Your arm tried to kill me.
I think it did more than
Your
that.
arm impregnated Ben.
I want to.
Okay.
Can we do a medical scan of me to make sure I'm okay?
Yeah, can I?
Are you gonna
Max,
ask your AI to
Max,
do that,
medical
or
scan.
you
Yeah,
just
yeah.
leave it alone?
I'm asking my AI. Well, it's kind of both. I'm just yelling. AI,
I'm focusing back on flying.
Okay.
computer, tell me what's
you
wrong with
recorrect
me.
your course, and you're back on course, Ben.
Oh God. Your AI
Ben,
is
what are
now
you?
corrupt.
Ben, what are you saying to your AI?
Do a complete medical scan of my entire body for foreign entities, bodies, or parasites of any kind.
You can hear the AI begin to scan. Beep 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 beep.
What's that?
beep.
What's that mean? What's that mean?
You have a really country AI. It beeps in a southern accent.
Bye.
Beep
Beep, beep.
What is it? What's wrong? What's wrong with me? Tell me.
You have seemed to pick up a foreign parasite in your left arm.
Okay.
I'll cut it
I-
off.
Shut
Oh
up.
my god.
I'm flying
Okay,
as
how do
Marash, by the way.
how do I get it out? Can you inject? Do we have any kind of antibiotics or anything that can kill it?
I'm flying as Marash, by the way.
Oh God, that's horrible.
A long pause, like a very long pause.
Oh God.
There is no known cure for what you are infected with.
What is it?
Medical science has not found a cure on how to kill this parasite in my arm. Can I cut it out?
Okay.
I don't. Computer, what is
Dude.
this parasite specifically?
Do you want me to cut your arm off?
Shut up, Baresh. No. Can we cut out the parasite before it spreads?
That unfortunately, it doesn't just infect like one area of your body. It's directly in your bloodstream.
Ben, you're dying.
What's the name of the parasite?
I
Ben?
killed
Ask
Ben.
it.
What's the computer? What's the name of this parasite?
Do
Chris-
you wish to know?
Chris, why
Yes.
did you keep this
Oh
arm?
my god.
This is all Chris's fault.
Yes, thank you, Chris, for killing me.
Because DNA scan, maybe they do a DNA scan. We have this.
Oh my god.
It goes by many names, but the one you're probably most common referred to as
The clap.
the Fiorian infection.
Doesn't sound much better.
How?
Are you gonna turn into a Ferorian?
What's the end result of Furian infection?
In this case, you will become a slave to the Emperor Furian.
You son of a bitch! I know what you did.
Okay, is there any kind of is there any medicine that can slow down or anything that can be done, medical or non-medical, to cure this?
It's a time limit.
What is it?
Time.
What is it?
It's time. It's unpredictable. But the best thing is distance. The Emperor Furian, if you're super close, the infection spreads faster.
And that's exactly where we're going.
I'm gonna throw Ben out of the ship.
I feel like we need to like bind him up so he doesn't.
We don't even know this, I don't think, yet.
We don't know this.
Yeah.
This is all being said to him.
This isn't getting broadcasted?
To his AI.
No.
This is my
shit.
AI.
I thought this was out loud.
So Ben may not tell us the truth. Knowing
Computer, if we shut up, if we kill the Emperor, will this cure the infection?
I mean, this parasite comes directly from his blood. Mathematically speaking, yes.
Is there anything that can? There's no drug or concoction I can take that can slow this no matter what. I just have to either be far away from the Emperor.
Unfortunately, there's no medical information on the Emperor or his blood or him in general. Without that knowledge,
I start thinking about what I'm gonna tell the others.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Just need some Motrin and a bottle of water.
Perfect. There's a Z-Pack in the bag.
Cool.
All right, let's get going. And I'm going to punch it towards the ship.
okay, you punch it.
Get there as quick as possible.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay,
I just sit back very nervously, looking around, very, very nervous.
okay, Chris and Elliot, since you are sitting right next to Ben,
You
make
feel
an
the-
observation.
You feel the sweat dripping.
Okay.
It's
I'm
like
very.
it's like the meme where he's just pouring sweat.
Yeah.
Ben, if
What do
you
you
are
feel?
Ben, if you're
Yes.
actively trying to hide this from the two of them, I need you to make a persuasion roll. You are actively
Wait.
trying to tell them that you are okay. And if you're actively trying to hide this, you need to make a persuasion roll.
Okay.
So I got a 4 out of 8.
Okay.
I got a 7 out of 8.
Ooh.
Okay.
I got a 3 out of 8.
Oh. So
Mm.
Chris is the first thing to notice. Chris, you can notice something clearly is not okay with Ben. Elliot, you are not far behind in noticing this. Before finally Ben kind of composes himself and
Guys.
What's going on
Yeah.
back there?
I don't know. I want to find out, Ben.
We may need something more than Motrin to cure this.
What's wrong?
Apparently, I have something called Furian infection.
Okay. That sounds like
And
a bad
Okay.
What is
STD.
that?
Yeah, is it just a disease?
Apparently, there's no known cure, and it's basically makes me a slave to the Emperor, and the process accelerates when we're like really close by him.
I'm gonna be in shock. I'm gonna go, what? And like turn, but have my hand on the joystick still, so the whole ship kind of rocks.
you hear
So-
off course, off course, off course.
all of you are like.
So but you were gonna lie to us, which means you're the type of person that would get bit in a zombie apocalypse and not tell anybody.
Well,
Yes, that
all
is
we
Ben.
have to do is. Wow, that's a.
It's the truth.
That's not the truth. I mean, we just need to kill the Emperor and I'll be fine.
Yes, but you're going to be under his control, which means we have to kill you too. Oh, yeah, we have to leave you behind. Yeah, that.
Right? Like, we're gonna have to tie him up or something.
Yeah, we totally don't need to kill him too.
I'm gonna.
I mean, hopefully not.
Sorry, that was Maresh talking.
Talking myself and knowing someone that dealt with things that control the mind, I'm gonna try to connect with Rohan if I'm able to.
Ooh, I don't know if you can connect with more than one.
That's why I'm trying to test it.
You only hear Sobek's strong, like, soft presence. You do not feel Rohan's.
I mean, if that was the case, I'd have unlimited people to reach out to.
So, but Sobek knew Rohan, right?
Yes, that's why I'm gonna take off my helmet and deal with the painful and connect with Sobek.
Ooh, see, we don't have that much of a change, but you do into a dragon. Oh,
yeah.
That would be so painful.
I have to sprout horns from my head. That shit hurts.
Yeah, but he's got to sprout a whole snout.
Yeah.
You sprout into Sobek, and you get a very dragon-like snout. Your breath becomes really cold.
I'm looking at Ben while I'm doing this.
Ben's like,
I mean, your snout is pretty much almost touching his face at this point. That crammed inside.
Eskimo kisses?
Yeah.
No. I'm gonna try to connect with Sobek to see if he would know anything about how to handle this better. That is true.
You are Sobek. When you change, you are Sobek.
That's true. And he was 1, our cleric, 2, paladin, 3, god. So I don't know.
We're gonna ask God for the answers.
No answer. Surprise,
I'm gonna
surprise.
attempt to free. I want to see if I can freeze his blood in a way to slow it.
Oh my god.
That'll
hurt him.
That'll kill him.
That would?
Yes, it would stop.
If you try to put him in a
you're attempting to reach out.
I want to put him in a cryopodic state in a way.
The problem with that is the way cryogenics work is they inject certain cells into bloodstreams that react to the cryogenics to keep the person alive. If you were just to freeze him, you would freeze the blood flow, which would cut off oxygen to his brain, and he would die. Very painfully. He'd basically have a heart attack and a stroke at the same time.
Sobek being me would know what's going on right now. Would I have knowledge of how to handle this better as Sobek?
From Sobek as one time being a cleric, this is an infection of the blood. This is not a parasite that can be cut out. It's a liquidy parasite. It's in his bloodstream now. It's kind of too late. As far as trying to slow it down, your frost breath, if you try and either breathe on Ben directly or breathe to try and slow his blood, you would turn him into an instant popsicle.
Which would kill him.
Which would kill him.
I mean, Belvis outlived.
However, there is slight hope. You might be able to kind of stop this, possibly by keeping Ben's heart rate down. The faster he moves and the more he moves, the more adrenaline pumps through his system, That would be maybe one way that could work, but you're not 100% certain because you do not know the characteristics of this particular parasite.
All right. So I want to try to emit a calming aura onto Ben. If that is possible, as Sobek.
To do what?
Place a calming aura around him.
I don't know if that'll work. We're not in a fantasy realm.
There is nothing you can do. There's no biotic power that gives a calming effect on somebody.
Yeah, because remember our fantasy powers, even mine and Safi's rage, turn into biotics in this world.
So theoretically, I could try to put him into a biotic stasis.
We could, but you would also have to concentrate on that.
I'm legendary.
But what I'm saying is, you would have to stay with him.
Yeah.
Because the second you do a different biotic or you walk away from it and aren't focusing on it, it's going to drop. So, my thought is, are there any kind of narcotics in the med kit?
Yeah, we could just.
Oh, we just want to knock him out. Can I just knock him out?
I'm going to give him downers.
Yeah, we could just knock him.
I'm going to give him downers.
The only thing close to what you are looking for is the very advanced version of morphine.
That's just gonna.
The kit that Ethan had on board was designed to dull pain until he could get to a medical hospital.
I mean, I could just turn into Safi and bonk him on the head.
Yeah, but then
that's what I was gonna do as Sobek.
The problem with that is right before you do that, his heart rate's gonna spike.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
So, and we're all saying this right. We're all saying this right in front of Ben.
Yeah, I'm getting nervous as I'm being.
Ben, we're not trying to hurt you. We're just trying to knock you out. So
some of us are trying to hurt you.
Hi, I'm trying to hurt you.
So,
fuck you, Chris.
Ben,
I'm Sobek.
You need to stay as calm as possible.
Meditate.
Okay.
Think of Pam.
Oh, that's gonna do the opposite effect. He's terrified of her. Plus, she's missing right now.
Yeah, I'm not terrified of my wife.
Oh, really?
Hey, that's in game. In character.
She heard you too, I'm sure. So we are still gonna have to go to the ship. However, I have an idea. Looking at the ship, is there a setting on the ship that would basically keep the ship in a stable orbit in one area?
There is a button, but there also is a timer next to it. It's meant for short-term parking or not for
how long?
Make an observation check.
6 out of 8.
Okay. 3-4 hours at the most.
Okay, that's enough. So here's my plan. We hover outside of the flagship. Ben stays here. We put the ship into stasis, into a hover, and then we biotic leap ourselves into the ship.
We're gonna go back to me now. Out of Sobek, so I'm not so close to Ben's face.
Or we just risk it and bring Ben with us.
Suits?
Or we just risk it and bring Ben with us.
I feel like we'll have to dock.
You know what? Fuck it. If I have to knock Ben out while we're in there, I'll do it.
Yeah, worst case, if I have to put him in a stasis, I can focus on it then.
Okay.
I'll
'Cause at
fight
least
with
then
you
I
as
won't be
long as
stuck
I
back
can.
here. You know what I mean?
All
I'll
right.
have to protect myself and him, and that's it.
All right. Well,
He'll never see me coming.
just
Don't worry.
Ben,
Caleb.
try and stay calm as much as possible.
Oh, I will.
Good thing your second self doesn't rage.
Yeah.
All right. So, and Elliot, I think the second we get to where we can't sneak anymore, we need to bring out our other selves.
Yeah, especially with me getting advantage on biotics as her.
Yeah, and I do too, so.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's the plan, and I'm just going to bring us right for the ship.
Don't we want to see how Colton did?
Nope.
Did?
Nope. We are getting this shit done and over with, because that one's a ticking time bomb.
Yeah.
Who is going to eat our brains.
Yeah, Corton can be a distraction.
He is going to flay our minds at some point.
You pull it out, and you see this massive flagship standing above you. Rough guess. You guess that this is over 500 meters in length. Well over. And probably 1,500 meters wide. You go. When you pull out, you do see a couple of the other ships getting. You don't see any sign of Courtney or his ships.
At all.
And as soon at all.
Fuck.
When you jump out of fast travel.
Okay, so they still might be on the flagship.
Once you fall out of fast travel, you hear a voice, very bland voice. Ship number 262-753. We do realize that you have made the jump out of or through fast jump. Can you just please retransmit your coordinates? Where sector are you coming from?
I'm
gonna
gonna remind you my voice.
That's fine. Do I have to audibly say it, or can I just transmit it through the computer?
There is a transmit button that you can transmit.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Slight pause before you hear. Thank you for transmitting your destination. Please go to docking bay 572 and dock
Jesus
there.
Fuck.
And you see like your ship out of your ship's window. You see the docking bay that you're supposed to land. It is down and to the left, possibly the farthest docking bay there is away from the rest of the ship.
Oh, let's hope they have a space elevator.
Come on.
Or
They
a
should,
space,
right?
a
There's gotta
space
be.
tram.
At this point, would you like us to guide you into the docking bay, or do you have confidence in your piloting abilities to dock yourselves?
Auto guide us in.
I am. Fuck you. I am going to use the voice print that we got and translate my voice into one of theirs and say, no, I can fucking steer myself in.
Thank you. Please proceed to the docking bay.
Perfect.
Make sure you have all the papers necessary for the dock captain.
Yeah. Guys, we're supposed to have docking papers.
You see like a
You need to search the ship for fucking docking papers.
and Ben, you go to move, and all of a sudden you hear a and like right where you were sitting at, you see a slide of papers come sliding out from where you were sitting on, and it's like ink that has been sat on, blotched. It is like barely legible.
I grab a pen and try and recreate what was on there as best I can.
Make a persuasion roll.
Did I go stealth?
No, not yet. We need to act as normal as possible right now.
4
I
out of
can act
10.
normal. Not seeing.
You make some really cool
I'm sorry. I meant 4 out of 8. I have master. I'm sorry.
Okay. You can put some words on the page, but enough to make some sense, but not enough for the whole document.
Listen, we will just tell them that they got a little roughed up in the landing.
Guys, we're gonna be the only non-Ferorians.
Shit. Yeah.
Well, no, we have one.
I'm not a Ferorian.
Here, is there any way that you have the technology in our suits to transform at least one of our appearances, mine or all of ours together?
Not. You guys have already have the ability to transform into your other personas. I do not have the ability to transform you into a persona that you are not actively linked up to.
Okay. So tell me this. For who in their transformed state looked the most like these Furians?
There's a long, long pause before you hear at best probably Saf.
Okay. So here's what we do. Elliot, you transform into Safi.
Okay.
If anybody asks, you're some kind of inbred version of themselves. Of them.
Okay.
That's why you look a little different. Or you were.
Well,
I mean,
use
these
cloning machines, so I can say the cloning machine.
Exactly. Now, for the rest of us, you can act like you captured us.
Okay.
So you will be Safi as a Furian that the experiment went wrong, the cloning went wrong. You have Ben and I captured. Chris, you stay invisible. Try and stay off of their sensors.
I'm gonna put my helmet on and prepare myself to go invisible.
So,
Max, download Ferorian translators in case they speak in their own language, and then hand me the docking papers.
so I'll
Hand
get
the papers over.
Yeah, Ben, give the papers. We will.
There you go.
Are there like mag cuffs, like some kind of cuffs, or do they use zip ties? What do they use for like handcuffs?
You see a pair of electronic laser cuffs.
Is there a way to put them on but not latch them all the way so they look like they're on but they're not?
Nope.
Okay.
You either have to put them on or you have to leave them off.
Okay, what about a key?
The key is more of a thumbprint. It is a thumbprint activator activated by the one who put them on. In this case, if Elliot puts them on, Elliot can be the only one that take them off.
I got it. I'm going to grab the cuffs, and I'm going to kind of position my hands. I'm going to cuff one, and then cuff the other to myself so I can thumbprint myself. Will that, am I able to, like, I want to test it to make sure that I'd be able to twist enough to get them out of myself.
Yep.
Okay. So, Ben, do the same thing.
All right,
and then we
take
only
the
have a
cuffs
pair,
and-
so maybe Chris should go invisible.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
we have
Okay.
2 sets of cuffs, 1 set.
Yes, 2 sets.
Okay, so
So
Ben...
I do the same thing that Caleb did with the handcuffs, so I can put them on and take them off myself.
Okay.
All right.
And I hit my button to go invisible.
And so I'm going to go ahead, before I tested that, so I'm gonna go ahead and land us in the bay.
You land in the bay, and you land on a very plain-looking landing bay. Strangely enough, though, nobody guided you in. I mean, it's like a light lit up landing pad, so it's very, very easy to land on. And you wait for a seconds upon landing, and nobody comes out and greets you.
All right, so I definitely turned into Safi while we were talking.
Okay. I'm gonna make sure my helmet and everything's on still, and then I'm gonna go ahead and
So that you guys can see me.
cuff myself. Yes, that too.
Yeah. Right, Ben, cuff yourself.
I cuffed myself, and I put my obviously my helmet.
We need to rename this
All right.
episode "Cuffs and Packages."
All right, follow me, I guess. I'm gonna grab the papers, hold them out in front of me, and step out and make them follow me.
All right.
Okay.
And Ben will walk like a chain gang.
And I'll
Should
just
we-
follow silently behind.
Nobody
Nobody
knows
knows
the trouble I
Trouble lies in-
I silently follow behind these two.
Okay. You step out of the ship, Safi, and you turn, and at first nobody appears. Nobody makes an appearance before a big set of doors open, and walking through the door, a small gnome.
Oh, okay.
Walks up towards you.
Docking papers.
I hand them out.
Looks
They
at
were a
him.
bit smudged. I sat on it, but
Honestly, this is just a formality. Captain wants to see you. Through the door, first big door on the left.
all right. And I go.
Hey, how's the weather down there?
Silence.
He looks at the ship.
And who ruined my masterpiece of a ship? Oh, my brother's gonna hate me for this. Oh.
We had a rough landing.
I look down
This
at the.
doesn't look like a rough landing. This looks like somebody took a couple shots at it.
That's what I call a rough landing.
I look down at the little gnome person and say, "So, what's your name, little guy?"
You are a prisoner.
Ow! Stop! Yay!
No mercy.
Oh, you're a special case. Big man's gonna want to see you. See you soon.
I just shuffle over to Caleb. Maybe.
I'm trying so hard not to laugh.
But you better watch out. Big man's gonna come for you.
Big Man
But
is the name of
present
the other
yourselves to the
gnome.
cap. Present yourselves to the cap. He'll debrief you from there.
All right. And we'll go.
Okay.
I'll
You
try to make
guys.
my way there.
Okay. You walk in. You walk out, and it's this big long hallway. There are many doors on either side. There is a door at the far end of the hallway, but the door immediately off to your left, as soon as you walk through, seems to open, and it's a pretty big door.
Okay, I want to whisper Max, get a map of the area. As much as you can get, in case shit goes south.
A slight pause before. This will take some time, but I will do as you ask.
Prioritize immediate area.
Chris, I'm gonna say
Prioritize the
quietly.
immediate area.
I'm gonna say quietly, Chris, go scout ahead towards that door. Don't go too far.
I'm gonna go quietly look around just to get a good idea of what's going on.
Okay, you take a peek in through that door. and you see a elf sitting on a chair, reclined up, feet in a cross-like position, reading, like holding open a folder, like as if reading some sort of file.
Hold up a finger of one. I know they could probably see me through the visors.
Mhm.
They can see a silhouette. They cannot see. They can see your outline, but they cannot see fingers, toes. They can just see an outline of where you're at.
Private voice
Okay.
comms.
Yeah, we have voice comms.
Yeah, but I don't want to do voice comm so close to the door with that
Just-
elf near me.
Back out and say it.
Or I just come back to you guys and just tell you quietly.
We're right there.
I let them know that there's one elf quietly. Doesn't seem to be anything else. Reading a book, I'm guessing the captain.
All right. Let's go then, right?
You guys walk into the room. The elf looks over at you. Oh, you're the reason I'm down here. Okay. And he kind of flips through. Okay. According to the log, you went to some spaceport, yada yada yada, to capture a fellow named Ethan. I assume that this mission was a success.
It was.
Which one of these is Ethan?
That's me. I'm a step forward.
Okay,
Can I whisper? Can I whisper to my helmet to give me the to try and give me the DNA profile of Ethan in case they test it?
There's a slight pause before Tyr says, unfortunately, Ethan didn't give his medical profile.
He's been an employee of ours for like 150 years. How do we not have a medical profile on him? God, we didn't sign that goddamn paperwork. All right. I'll step forward.
And but he looks okay. Okay. Who is this? And he points to Ben.
A bonus.
Oh,
you could
this
say.
this is my left hand. His name is Gigglebottom.
They call me Mr. Gigglebottom.
Listen, your mother calls you that. That's it.
Of course. How foolish of me.
Nobody else calls you Mr. Gigglebottom.
Okay. Mr. Gigglebottom is gonna stay here. Your name pointing towards Elliot. Your name.
Keyrom.
Okay, Keyrom, you need to take Ethan over here. You need to take him down to the detention up on floor 3272 for processing.
Jesus.
Can you do that?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Gigglebombs is going to stay here.
Perfect. No, that's perfect because it'll keep you away from the Emperor.
Okay, I will stay here.
Chris, stick with him.
Okay.
In a way, give a bow so they could kind of maybe hopefully see it, but I stay close, hands at the ready.
I just assume that you stay there.
All right. I, Keyrom, am going to take all the way up to room 3000 something. I'm gonna look for an elevator.
You look and
Just
you
stairs.
kind of look out there and you kind of like looking for an elevator and you hear, I forgot you space travelers. Door at the end of the hall, biggest one in the center. Can't possibly miss it.
Thank you very
Thank
much,
you.
Captain. So nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you too, Ethan.
Yeah, that's my name.
Okay. We're gonna walk out, and I'm gonna kind of whisper. Isn't it kind of weird how they're acting here for this to be a Ferorian base?
Yeah, it is. Gigglebottom, behave.
Of course, Ethan.
don't tickle too many taints. And I'm gonna walk away.
I don't do that. I looked at the guy. I don't do.
Not anymore.
I stopped
don't-
doing that a year ago.
It was an
so-
addiction, but I got over it.
All right,
You-
so
I
I'm
feel
gonna
like
go into the
I'm
door.
being yelled at, and I.
You go to the elevator. It requires a thumbprint to open.
Well, you see, it just says it requires a thumbprint. It doesn't say that it has to be one of their thumbprints.
Do you want me to try it? I'll
Yeah.
try it.
All right, worst
I'll
case
put
scenario.
my thumb on it.
Worst case scenario, we break out of this and we fight everybody and kill everybody.
Are you sticking your thumb on it?
Yep, I sure am.
The door opens.
Okay. And I'll walk in with Caleb, or I should say Ethan.
Okay. You walk in, and the AI voice inside the elevator. Please state which floor you would like to go to.
It was 3,000 something.
Please state which floor you would like to visit,
Pris-
or if there was
Prisoner holding.
taking you to the detention block on floor 3227.
You're welcome.
And it takes you a solid 15 minutes in this elevator before opens up, and you see races of different. You see humans, you see elves, you see dwarves, you see gnomes. Looking at data pads, analyzing. There is a central desk with a dwarf with strangely enough, a thick curly mustache, but no beard.
Where
Graying hair on top, with his feet up on the desk.
did all these fantasy races come from? They're centralized here. There's something about that. That's odd. Why are fantasy races working for this guy?
Yeah.
And all working together.
God, I don't even know what to do. 'Cause
typically-
once I give you to this guy, he's just gonna take you away into a jail. And then I'm
Typically,
gonna be standing here.
typically dwarves hate elves. Well, listen, I can get out of these cuffs. I'm usually pretty good at talking myself out of stuff, but let's see what they want to do with me, and worst case scenario, you leave me here, I will find my way out, and you find a back way through everything where we can meet up. Let's make sure comms are linked.
Alright. I'm gonna make sure comms are linked. And then I'm going to walk with Caleb up to you said he was a dwarf?
Mm-hmm.
Up to the dwarf. Did you say, the dwarf, what is he doing? Was he just kind of
He's
sitting there?
he's sitting on the desk, feet up on, hands behind his back, as if in the most relaxed state ever.
Hello, sorry to disturb you. I brought Ethan. I was told to bring him here.
He looks over at you and looks at Caleb and looks back to you. You brought him here.
I was told to bring him here, yes. Did I punch the floor wrong?
No, you didn't punch the floor on. But you say he's a prisoner?
I only know my orders, sir. I know this is Ethan, and I was told to bring him to this floor.
But you can simply ask if this is a prisoner, yes?
Listen, I'm just here for my 3 hots and a cot.
3 hots in a cot, or a potential jailbreak. I do
What?
see you still have your weapons on you.
I won't take...
None of my business, though. None of my business. You did come to the right floor.
Listen, hey, I'm gonna kind of lean in really close. Like, I've never seen so many fantasy races in one place. Oh, can I ask why all of you are here?
We're here because a big bright light appeared, and next thing I know, I found myself here.
So, why work for this man when he's trying to destroy worlds? Why not work against him? Maybe get back to your own.
And he looks to you. All right, hand me the papers. I'll take Ethan from here.
I'm gonna nod.
I'm assuming I was giving papers.
I'm gonna nod to Elliot. And just kind of whisper in the comms. I think I can talk him into working with us.
Okay.
Even if I have to throw some credits his way.
Okay. I'll give the papers that I was given over.
Okay, he takes them.
Go back to Ben and Chris.
Okay. I will, and while I'm going there, I'm gonna look for a back way in if we need to, if he's not able to get that guy on board and we need some help getting out later on. So
You only see closed doors. You only see really closed doors. Without opening up the doors, it's hard to tell if there's an elevator up in here.
Okay, so if we gotta get him out the good old-fashioned way, it's gonna have to be loud. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll go back to Ben and Chris, and I'll let them know what's going on. Kind of relay the message.
Okay.
I'm just gonna try to get the jail guy on board.
Okay. As you're making your way back down to the two of them, the elf looks over at Ben. Okay, Mr. Gigglebottoms, was it?
Yes.
All right, I need you to take a seat right here in this chair. Please do not move. Please do not make any sudden movements. I just need you to sit in this chair calmly.
I carefully sit down in the chair, and I'm as relaxed as I can be.
Okay. As soon as you sit down, he gets up. He walks over. All right. And he reaches down and he hits a button on the side of the chair, and all of a sudden a pair of belts and comes up, attaches you to the chair, and you see 2 armbands attached to your arms. And whatever you do, don't throw up. And he hits a button on the table. He hits a button on the table, and you just hear a giant. Chris, all you hear before Ben leaves your sight is a giant sound of a vacuum, and Ben is gone.
And I now am silently cursing in my head.
Is there a way for you to jump down the tubes? I'm saying this out of character.
Can I jump down the tubes?
Nope. Another chair appears and takes its exact same spot.
Well, again, out of character, this is metagaming pigeon, but if the elf turns, you could invisibly kind of do the same thing, get in the chair, hit the button, and go down.
Yeah,
because you would have seen them hit the button and seen how they do it. Well, you don't know that any of this is going on.
Oh God.
All depends on this elf, and also what the elf may say. Because I kind of maybe want to stay and listen to see if he says something else. Which I'll probably stay and see. I'm gonna first wait and see what he does.
The elf sits back down, opens up the folder that he was looking at before, and he kind of thumbing back through it. Before he puts his finger up to his ear and says, "Hey, Colonel. Yeah, this is Captain. Yes, down in Docking Bay 590. I sent you a package up your way. You did get him. Okay, perfect. You might want to take him further up. Yes, I'm not. Yes. Okay, you can tell. Okay, cool. Um, make sure that he gets to the Emperor ASAP.
Fuck.
They know you're tainted.
Yep. Okay. And what am I gonna do with the? There was like the pilot. Okay. Oh, you got another ship coming in.
It's Corton.
Okay. Have them go. Okay.
Or me, I don't know.
No, I'm talking about
Okay,
Corton's the
perfect.
other ship.
Oh.
Okay, sounds good. I'll have them go check out that other ship. And I expect that bonus to be added to my next paycheck, the next rotation. No, it's gonna be double this time.
Bribery.
Okay, thank you. And he goes back to reading his folder.
I'm gonna try to walk around and look at what folder he's reading.
Look around and you see a dossier.
On who?
Yeah, on who? Because I was downloading. Cleo was downloading dossiers from the pad that I had. On the
Make an
arm.
observation check.
Come on.
5 out of 8.
The dossier is this one is on none other than Mr. Gigglebottoms.
They knew your name wasn't
So it's on
Giggle
pet.
Bottoms.
Yes.
I'm starting to think they already knew.
Oh,
And this elf is not leaving. I'm gonna try to get away and crap. I don't know that Safi's coming back down.
go try and find Safi.
Yeah.
No, your name is always Giggle Bottoms.
Oh. Fuck. No, I'm gonna wait to see if it is Corton that shows up. I'm gonna go out to the docking area to see if it's actually Corton showing up or if it's someone else that we need to be worried about.
Okay. You step out. You look at the docking bay. Nothing seems to come in until you see Elliot come walking up, or Saf walking up from the elevator a few minutes as soon as you step out.
All right, and I'm going to whisper into my microphone what happened.
Mr. Gigglebottoms is being taken to the Emperor.
We should just... Okay, let's get somewhere we can talk a little bit more open.
Away from the elf.
Yeah. And I'm gonna try to, like, find an alley or something that we can, like, speak in.
Oi, pilot! Hey, I got another job for you.
Yes, of course.
Hey, listen, we got another ship that docked in. I was told to send you over to check it out. It's the next 2 docking bays over. It's like 3 doors down from this one. Can you go take a look at it and see, and make sure that they have their docking papers, and send them to me when you're done?
Yes, I will. Thank you.
Yeah.
Happy to
Yeah, no problem.
And I'll look over at Chris, and we're gonna go. I'm actually gonna lead him to start going to the docking bays. With what did I get paperwork, or I need to get paperwork with them, from them, right?
No, he just sent you. He just
Okay.
sent you. He said
Out
he
of
said they're
character, I
gonna
know who
hand you.
this is. In character, I'm just doing my job. He wants me to go. To
Let's
the
go.
docking bay. Okay, we can chat in there if
Yeah.
we leave right away.
Or if it's who I think it is, then we can chat.
If it is, it took him an awful fucking long time to come here.
We had Caleb driving. What would you expect?
It's true. So I'm gonna look for 3 docking bays over.
Okay, you go 3 doors down to the correct docking bay. You open up. This is a new ship. This is not like any of the other Starcraft that took off. This one is cylindrical in design, metallic silver from bow to stern. It's a medium-sized one-man fighter. As soon as you go walk through the door, a lone figure steps out of the spacecraft and then turns towards you.
Do I recognize him?
Are you Elliot or are you Saf?
I am Staff.
Yes, you do.
Who is it?
Walking
Jay.
towards you. Walking towards you, standing about 5.5 foot tall, metallic, walking towards you, vines, kind of metallic vines seem to dangle off of their arms. They seem to walk towards you. They kind of cock their head towards you.
Tree wasn't that the one?
Before a voice says, Mistress Safi, what are you doing here?
Oh, if it's Tree, I'm hugging him.
It's Tree.
It's Tree. It is Tree.
Yeah, I'm gonna hug him.
He gives you a hug back.
Tree, I need you to tell me what's going on.
What do you mean?
Why are we here?
I was
What
told
happened?
to come. I was told to come here.
By who?
Argos.
Where's Argos?
I don't know. He said to come here. He sent me coordinates from a starship, and I found myself here.
Tree, I am so lost right now. We got. I don't even know how to explain it. We. Okay. How did we get on this spacecraft?
I assume that you flew into the spacecraft. I don't
So
quite understand
this
the
new
question.
world. How did you get here? Things are very different here.
The masters all there was a big giant magic, and all the masters got distorted and sent to different places. And I just happened to get sent here.
The masters?
Master Argos, Master Arlie, Master Jay, Master Sobek, Master Belvis.
I take off my helmet and turn into Sobek one more time.
Master Sobek.
Tree, there's something weird going on.
Define
My
weird.
friend sent you here. You can voice recognize that as Argos.
Yes, I have the message right here.
Do you know anything about the Emperor?
The Emperor is he's here. I don't have much information on him other than he's not the source of the original source of magic. If he is, he's hiding it very, very well.
Okay. To explain this quickly, you know how he just became so back from somebody else?
Yes.
I can do that. Belvis can do that. And King Maresh can do that.
The High King Maresh is here.
Yes. Not as himself currently, but yes.
Okay.
They believe he is Argos.
I change back and put my helmet back on and go back into stealth.
But Argos is gone.
What do you mean gone?
Well, let me just play it for you. And he plays the voice recording. You hear Argos's voice reverberate. Tree. I don't know if you're here. If you found a way back home, but some friends have returned. There's demonic work. I need you to go to these coordinates. No, and then it cuts off. And you get the sense this was what Ethan was saying before he got taken.
Argos dying
Okay.
more than once.
Just you.
Okay.
Take him back to the High Elf. I'll be following. Let's keep protocol. Let's keep our wits about us.
Tree, do you have docking papers?
Of course. And his chest opens up and produces the docking papers to you.
I want to read the docking papers and see if there's anything like. I don't really know how docking papers work, but is it usually like a destination? Usually has like a name.
It's a destination. It lists the destination, where he flew from, the flight pattern, expected time, actual arrive times, and what sort of cargo they might be carrying on board.
Is there any cargo on board that we could have the twos full? Because we're about to walk into some shit potentially.
No.
Okay. I don't like that we're gonna get separated again, though. We're gonna have, I guess, I mean.
Ben and I are just off. And I are just off getting tortured.
I just realized that you meant Ethan.
Argos just sent you here. Where was your final destination? Was it just the docking bay?
My final destination was Argos's apartment.
Here?
No, back at the apartment.
So he wanted you to come here, dock, pick him up, and then carry him home?
No, my original destination was to go to his home.
So why? What made you? His call?
His call changed things. I do not understand. I don't know why he sent me here.
I am gonna connect to the comms of Caleb and Gigglebottom.
Jeremiah Gigglebottom.
Its tree. Yeah, totally.
I don't know if I hear it.
That guys, it's not who probably thought it was. It's Tree. Argaz sent him here, which I'm assuming is this Ethan person, because I'm Safi. Must have sent him here when they took him. I was sent to retrieve him. Do I bring him to her? And I'm hoping that the message is going to get to them.
Okay. Caleb, you have no problem hearing the message.
Okay.
Ben.
Oh, and he has been. The Emperor has
You
been.
find yourself in this vacuum for 15 seconds before you find yourself experiencing extreme vertigo and found yourself sitting in front of a Fiorian. Four arms, skinny athletic build, walks up to you and, Mr. Gigglebottoms.
Yes. Where is my?
And he takes off your helmet.
Go.
Cherub.
All right. He takes off your helmet and he sticks it off to the side. He goes, all right, let's see what sort of collection we're adding to this time. And he slaps you really hard across the face.
Oh, son of a bitch! What the hell, man?
Always trying to make you
Come
change.
Come on, and he smacks you again. I need you to make a brawn check.
Hold it in. Hold it in.
They're collectors.
Don't. They're collecting creatures.
Oh. Okay, so I mastered that. That's an 8 out of. That's an 8, and I rolled an 8 out of 8.
Imagine what they would
So
do
the
with
first
little
couple
Kappa.
slaps, you almost feel like for a second there you don't change, but Belvis's catfish-like skin, thick rubbery skin, his slaps are like the equivalent of someone taking a soft cotton glove and trying to smack you in the face with it. Is the
Get
equivalent.
off.
I challenge you
So
to
it doesn't
a
hurt me,
duel.
but it's.
And
Will you stop it? Stop slapping me.
hard one. All right, come on. And this time, smack, smack, smack. 3 separate, like, front hand, backhand, front hand again. I need another brawn check.
We're going straight to
Dude,
stabbing or
Yo,
cutting his arm.
Probably
this
my
is
priority.
this is literally like something out of a Mel Brooks
This is
movie.
how the last little Catherine came in Rohan's and Charlie's movie.
Now, is this because he's a race switcher or because he's Lokatha?
I got a 6 out of 8.
And again, this time you can actually feel it, but it's the equivalent of this time a rubber glove. Someone smacking you with a rubber glove. You can start to feel it, but it's not hurting terribly.
Buddy, I don't know what you're trying to accomplish, but could you knock it off before I start getting upset, and then you're gonna understand what it's like when I get upset.
Get a sword and stab him.
He grabs with one of his hands, he grabs your forehead and he pushes your head back. So your head is leaned up against the chair, and then 2 of his fingers or 2 of his other hands make flicky motions, and like in rapid succession, 1, 2, 3, hit you right in the Adam's apple 3 separate times. And I need you to make a brawn check.
Oh, it's like getting hit in the nuts.
Oh.
Oh.
5 out of 8. I would also like to attempt to headbutt him if he's close enough.
I need you to make a contested strength
because
Come
he is
on, give
holding
it
you
us.
back, and you're still tied up.
As somebody with
I need you to
a
make a contested brawn check.
somebody with a prominent Adam's apple. Oh,
Yeah.
6 out of 8 for the contestant.
He's giggled his last giggle.
he's like, that's why you don't fuck with Jeremiah
You go to
Gigglebottom.
you go to you go to push against him, and we're not none of that, and you hear and you feel a metal clasp like latch around your throat and keep you suspended to the
Son
chair.
of a bitch. I get out of
Kick him in the
here.
nuts.
I'm gonna beat your skull in.
Kick him in the nuts.
He's like, some humans hate this more than others, but it all comes down to a personal preference. Sticks his finger in his mouth
Wet Willie.
and goes up to your
Don't you
ear.
dare. Don't you
And Wet Willie's your ear. Make a brawn check.
Ben hates this.
That's the last resort.
No, like legit, Ben hates this.
I did not know this.
Ben-
I did not know
Ben hates this because Pam does it
4
to
out
him.
of 8.
Pam does it to him all the time. He hates it. It's so
I'm
funny.
having
He-
a talk with my 4 out of
He-
8, by the way.
Yeah, you. Oh, I feel like we're getting close. You're a tough one. Are you an orc? Maybe.
You
Maybe-
need to leave this room right now.
Hey, listen here, smarty pants. And like, he's like, listen here, smarty pants. I need to know what I'm sending to the Emperor. And I know you can change, because that's what it says on your dossier. I just don't know what. And
GM, am I able to strike him in any way or unattach
no,
myself?
you're still tied down to the chair.
Okay.
Former bondage there.
And he goes, he just looks at you, and he goes, what are other things that humans hate? And he looks at this pile of food that is sitting on his desk, and it's like nachos, like meat, chilies,
Oh.
jalapenos, black olives.
Then there's
I'm gonna eat it in front of
there's
you.
pizza with pineapple on it. And he's gonna stuff it in your mouth.
Yes.
Nope.
Oh my god.
Nope. He takes one and he goes, human food is always so interesting. It's tasty. It wreaks havoc on my digestive systems. Takes a bite.
He's gonna shit on you.
Of what?
He's gonna fart on you.
And he belches
Oh,
right
oh.
in your face and just like spits it
Oh.
right into your face. Make a brawn check.
Ugh.
6 out of 8.
It smells
God.
like week old meat, like somewhat moldy.
Blech.
Okay, you're gonna make me sick.
Ben's
Nasty.
I thought the horror one. I thought the horror one was starting next week.
Yeah, right.
Hold on, let me take notes.
He looks directly back at you. You are a tough one. They all break somehow. If not one end, takes another bite. Out the other. Rips one.
All right, enough. What do you want from me? What do you want?
I just want to see. I know you are different.
Okay. All right. Just stop. All right. Just stop. Listen. Do you want me to transform? Right?
I need you to change so I know what to send up to
Okay.
the Emperor.
All right. But in order to do that, I need my head and I need my hands unrestrained.
Nice try. That's not the first time.
I
time
kind of try and emphasize to my hand. I'm still bound by the laser cuffs. What am I gonna do?
Why do you even have those on? Why do you even have those on?
I don't know. Listen, you want me to change, I need my upper body to be unrestrained, okay? I can't get up, I can't do anything, my hands are still restrained. Just do that and I'll change. I give you my sacred oath.
Now, Belvis becomes an Oathbreaker paladin now.
You
Yup.
see some discomfort. You see some discomfort appear on his face before a fart does rip out. He was trying to hold it as best as possible. And he's gonna make a brawn check.
I just picture him while Ben's talking. He's just shifting while he's standing. Like, God, please stay in.
7 out of 8.
It smells, but you at this point are used to his tactics. After your speech, I need you to make a persuasion roll.
Come on.
Oh, that's another D8 dice because the master. Yes, 7 out of 8.
Woo!
Hang on. He's gonna make an observation check against your
Ooh,
persuasion.
low.
What are you gonna do if you get out?
He can uncuff
Max.
himself.
Yeah, but
His legs are still
then
bound.
what? After he
No.
beats this guy up.
Technically, if he transforms, he's scaly. He could probably slide out of those.
He looks at you for a second, and he goes up to the back of the chair. He hits a button. The cuff around your throat and arms disappear, but the ones on your chest and on your feet are still attached as he goes and sits back down at his desk. All right, you get one shot. You transform right now, or I strap you back up. Your choice.
Oh, you still got one on your
Okay.
chest.
Okay. All right. What? Wait. I think something's wrong.
Smart play.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Smart play.
Get this off me.
He just sits there. He sits there and watches.
I can't breathe. Get it off me. Get this off my chest. Are you gonna let me die, you fucking asshole?
Are you actually dying?
The death of Gigglebottom. The death of
my
Jeremiah
death here.
Gigglebottom.
Gigglebottom paid for our sins.
The second.
I'm slowly slumping over and I'm clutching my chest. I am trying to give my best before having a massive heart attack. Which, given how I'm acting, is actually not that far off. So work with me here.
The second
it's not.
coming of Gigglebottom.
I need a persuasion roll at disadvantage.
At
Because
disadvantage?
he does not care. He has no sense. He does not care.
See, I just rolled an 8 out of 8, so now.
No, dude,
get
disadvantage. No. Disadvantage. You go to a 10.
You gotta
Oh,
go
that's
to a D10.
right.
It's a
You gotta go
D10.
to a D10.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Nope, you're
GM,
good. You're
so-
good.
D10. Roll a D10 dice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that's right.
Remember,
Sorry,
it's
everyone.
it's only
Nope,
double
you're
the
good.
dice if you're at the highest or lowest.
Well, wait.
Oh.
If he was on a 8, wouldn't he go down?
No, it's
No,
it-
he was
So,
on a D8. He goes up to a D10.
because he's disadvantaged, so it's harder to succeed.
Oh, disadvantage. Okay.
What'd you get?
I got a D10.
Oh.
Yeah. See?
Yeah.
He goes up and he goes,
Is Belvis a bard now?
No, he's trying to find.
I mean, he was a performer. He was just a gladiator performer.
he
Oh,
walks
yeah.
up to you. He walks up and he goes, he goes to the back of the chair, loosens the belt buckle, but he does not take it off. There you go. You should be able to breathe now.
I try and make a move and grab him by the head, by the neck, and kind of like try and like choke him out or
Make a
kill him.
brawn check.
Come on. Choke him with the cuffs.
7 out of 8.
Choke him with the cuffs.
7 out of 8, GM.
Okay, you lunge forward and you go to wrap around his neck, but you manage to get one of his arms. Instead, you latch on and he turns to you. See, this is why I don't trust humans.
I go to try and...
Oh,
sorry.
As he hits a button on a remote that he has, and you hear a suction, bloop, and the next face you see is the detention cell right next to Kalo.
We're
and
together.
With that, we're going to take our break. So stay with us. We'll be back. And we are back. We cut back to Elliot and Chris, as Tree has just given you all the info you need to what you need to continue on with your adventure.
Okay.
I'd
I
move on
don't.
ahead. We're gonna take him. Let's follow the orders. I'm curious to see what they say.
Okay. Be careful, Tree. Let me, please. And I guess
He rolls up.
follow orders.
Yep, and he transforms his feet into a set of wheels. Do not want to get the ground dirty, and like follows behind you. But you make an observation. You realize he's creating more of a mess, rolling as he was walking. He
Yeah.
doesn't seem to notice. But you walk back in. You go back to the office, and the elf is gone.
Is there anything on his desk?
Nope, nothing at his desk.
I guess I'm gonna connect to Caleb and try to connect to Ben again on the comms. So I brought Tree to the person that told me to bring him there, and they're gone. Do I come back to you guys? To you? What do I do? Do we look for Ben?
I can follow where Ben last went, taking the same route he did. If you want to try to say that you're supposed to also go to the detention center and to get Caleb at least. If
Yeah.
Caleb has not already broken himself out. And he's able to hear us, right?
If we're gonna follow Ben, since he's kind of under the Emperor's control, I feel like we might want it to be all of us. Because if it's just you facing the Emperor, you're gonna get
Gang,
there's a chance you might get your ass beat.
Oh, then no, there's probably a big chance I'll get my ass beat.
So maybe you should go. You're more stealthy. So if they're breaking out...
you make an observation check for me.
Okay.
I'm invisible, just so you know.
I know.
I'm probably gonna
8
need
out
it.
of 8.
You guys are saying this, you guys look over, and standing in the doorway is the elf. Who are you guys talking to?
I'm just talking to myself.
You do that often?
Yeah. I think out loud.
Huh. This is the captain pointing towards Tree. Is this the captain from the ship? You brought his paperwork?
Yes, and I hold out the paperwork.
He takes it, kind of. All right. Take him up to deck 1837, and we'll have him deliver his goods, and then he can be on his way. Just go ahead and take him on up there.
Do I smell sulfur?
No.
Okay. I less tense around this elf. I got a bad feeling about him, but so I keep my eye on him. So
I'm gonna walk out with Tree. What
Okay.
goods did you? I'm gonna like whisper once the elf can't hear. What goods did you bring?
I brought like fuel and ship parts.
I'll wait a few minutes. Letting Elliot and Tree go. I want to see if he says anything about them.
Okay. We cut back to Caleb. After Elliot leaves down the elevator, the dwarf looks over your paperwork. Somebody must have been sitting on this, because it's like the bear climb. What bear? Do you guys have a bear on your ship?
No.
Huh. Okay. Gregory, get over here. And you see another dwarf come. This one's quite a few years younger. Yeah, what's up, boss? This one here seems to have some paperwork missing. Can you go grab some of the others and go back down to the boss man and get that sorted out? And as soon as you hear a chitter yes, and then as he leaves, he just looks at you with his arms and put his feet back up. Okay, you have 2 minutes. Go. Talk.
All right. So, you guys just appeared here?
There was a bright light, like a painful pulling, and then yeah, we kind of found ourselves here.
So, here on the ship, or in this world in general, and you are working on this ship?
Strange world. There was like humans, but there were weird. Like sometimes their faces changed, sometimes they didn't. We were terrified of them. Then the Fiorians came, or whatever you call them. We call them the Forearm Freaks. They showed up, and they would pick the best of us and eradicate the rest.
So they killed a lot of your friends and family?
What you're looking at, the people on this floor, as he gestures to the entire floor, are the survivors of 5 different star systems.
Wow. So you guys are basically indentured servants at this point.
Not by choice.
So, if you had a way to get back home, would you do it?
Absolutely. But we can't.
Sure you can. And I'm going to hit the cuffs and take them off myself and kind of set them down in front of them. And then I'm going to take my helmet off, set it down, and I'm going to be like, all right, don't freak out. And
at least we can have a civilized conversation. I hate handcuffs.
Yeah, me too. And I change into Maresh, which I'm assuming isn't going to be as scary because it's a Goliath. It's something that they're used to seeing, and it's not so different from a human.
He looks up at you and he says, I've seen Goliaths rarely. I've mainly heard in stories, but never seen one in person.
Have you heard of the good King Maresh?
Good king?
Oh, yeah. He
at this,
he freed so many people.
A tear.
He defeated
A tear
Tiamat.
falls down. A tear falls down his face as he stands up, makes sure nobody's looking, and gives a courtesy bow to you.
Your king has
My
returned.
mom. My. No. I never knew you. But my mom did.
Who is your mother?
Urshar?
Your mom is Ursha.
Was. Or is. I don't know.
What happened to her?
The bright light, and we were having a family meal. And we all disappeared, and I don't know where she went.
Well, I'm sure you've heard from your mother everything I can do.
Well, of course. And he flashes back over to the elevator. And you can, and a panic look kind of looks on his face. I know what you can do. There's not much time. They're like, there's not much time we have left. I'm gonna open up a jail cell. I'll take the handcuffs. Just get inside. I'll let you out later. But for now, just do this, please. There's too many innocents on board.
Promise me on your mother's name.
And he takes his fist, crumbles it into a fist, and gives like a fist salute across his heart, before kissing it and giving it like up towards you as a fist bump towards you with the hand that he kissed. And you know this as a dwarven salute.
And I repeat it.
And he gets up and he opens up, and a door opens and you go inside. It's a very comfortable cell. Nice, comfortable bed. Like, there's a little microphone. Like, nice, comfortable. Like, there's like actually a microphone in the room. It takes you but a second to realize this isn't a prison cell. This is his own personal room that he puts you in.
I'm in Club Fed, baby. I'm gonna transform back into myself, put my helmet back on, and I'll walk in there.
Okay, as soon as you walk in there, the door closes, and you hear his voice. Put them in their cells. Well, okay, what's next? And what did the boss say? And it kind of goes silent from there. You don't have too much long to think before Ben, poof, appears in your cell, strapped to a chair, belt across his lap. Make an observation check for me.
5 out of 8.
Okay. There's a massive handprint on his head. There is bruises on his throat, right around his Adam's apple, and a drool stream coming out of his ear, and is just about to hit his like shoulder, but he can't. But he doesn't know it's there unless he shakes his head violently.
I look up at Cap and be like, "How are you?"
Oh, Giggle Bottom.
Fuck you! Get me out of this thing.
Listen.
I
Shh,
just-
shh, shh, shh. Listen. I will get you out. I'm assuming he let me keep all my weapons, correct?
Yeah, you're
Okay.
comfortably.
So I'm gonna pull out my Shoto and I'm gonna be like, now stay quiet, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut all of the. I'm assuming they're able to be cut through with the Shoto.
Yep.
So I'm gonna cut him out and help him out of the chair, and then kind of move the chair into a corner.
I kind of like wipe myself down.
Oh, you got a little stuff
Shut up.
hanging out
I
of
got
your
it.
ear.
You go to touch it, and as you pull that drool stream out of your ear,
Ow, I was just wipe it out.
it is one of like it's
a
like almost snot like pulling it out.
Oh, God.
Really?
Oh my God.
Alright.
I'd be like, listen, we have a way out.
Alright. Does it involve killing a lot of people? Because I'm really pissed off right now.
Listen.
I want to kill somebody.
Listen, the jailer. So, everybody in here, you haven't seen this place, but everybody in here is dwarf, elf, gnome. They are fantasy creatures.
The fuck?
They
The
all
fuck are we?
appeared when we appeared here. And they were all... The weak ones were killed. And these are all that's left of 4 star systems.
The fuck?
In one room.
Who's doing... Jesus Christ, it's like
Listen.
genocide, dude.
But the jailer is the son of Urshar.
Fuck.
Yes, your wife's Urshar.
The fuck?
So, I showed him myself. I showed him Maresh. He put me in this cozy cell. I mean, we couldn't ask for better. And he's going to come let us out later. And basically we can use them to revolt.
A jailbreak. Oh, a
We can-
slave uprising.
Yes.
Okay.
So
You
we
do
are
not
probably
realize they're probably...
we're probably in the best position we can be in right now.
Yeah, you do realize most of them are probably gonna fucking die, right? Because, you know, they don't have weapons.
Well, this is a jail, so I'm assuming there's a contraband locker in here somewhere. Plus, we have a few weapons we can hand out.
Dude, how many people are here?
I don't how do I know how many people are in here? How many? I would say how many capable fighters are in here.
It was hard to say. Probably 10 that you know of in the quick glance you saw around the room.
From what I can tell, there's maybe 10 that could fight alongside with us, or we just use them to help us get out of here and we take the fight ourselves and let them escape on the ships. I'm fine with that.
That's probably the best way, because they're not gonna. We don't have enough weapons for all of them.
But
We're just gonna have.
think we keep Urshar's son with us because he doesn't know what happened to his mom.
All right. Fine.
And if he's anything like his mother, he's a barbarian.
Yeah. All right. Fine. Let's
So
let's
I'm
get out of here.
gonna try and reach back out with comms to. I would say I'm assuming at this point I hear Elliot's message.
You hear their last message to you.
Okay. I'm going to respond. Elliot, don't worry about Ben. I've got him. He's in his cell with me. Now listen. You need to get to the jail and come in here. I'm assuming that they're having you bring Tree somewhere. So let's everybody come here. Turns out the jailer is the son of Urshar. So he is going to help us. We are going to free all of these people, and we are going to get out of here. But first, everybody needs to be in one place. So make your way to the jails.
All right.
Okay. Elliot, do you pass out on to Chris?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we're gonna go to the jails.
Okay. You get up to the top, and you see that same dwarf look over at you. What? Did something go wrong with the paperwork?
I look over at
Play it cool. Act like you're here to put Tree in, and let him know who he is, and that all of you need to be in this cell with me.
Is it just him in the room, or is his buddy back?
No, his other friends have returned.
Say
How
you're
close
here
are
to
they?
say you're here to turn yourself in or something like that.
Yeah, okay. I'll walk Jim. We're here to turn ourselves in. And then if there's a moment where the other guards aren't looking, and he is, I want to like wink. Yeah. But just if there's a moment where I feel like they won't see me.
Wink, wink.
He looks down at you. Turn yourselves in for what?
Can I hear him talking to them?
No.
Okay.
He's looking directly at you, Elliot. Turn yourselves in for what? What could you have possibly done in the short time you were on this ship, part of which came up here, and to drop Ethan off, that you could go against his most holy excellency, the Emperor?
Who planning that up?
Yeah. Is there a way for me to open my helmet comms just to him?
No.
Ben and I are sitting in this cushy cell eating snacks.
I am going to... So how close are his buddies? Like, are they all like...
They're standing right off to the side. They're watching everything.
Treason.
Say mutiny.
Treason.
Yeah.
I should say treason.
You want to turn yourself in for treason?
Treason.
As soon as you say that, Ben, make an observation check.
Oh, God.
Oh, crap.
Observation. That is...
I feel we want him to roll low on this.
That is a 2 out of 4.
You are sitting there after you hear Caleb on the mic, and you look down at your arm, which is now fur has started to sprout on your arm, and you kind of like take a second to kind of like shake it, and you hit the chair. It falls over. You hear outside, you hear the dwarf, "What was that?" And he points to you, Elliot. "You're coming with me." And he grabs you, walks over to the jail cell, like hits the button, and walks over to the cell, opens the button, and just figure out what's going in there. And he throws you inside with Caleb and Ben, and then closes the door.
Well, I got in.
"You treacherous traitor!" And you hear him like kick the door as he like leaves.
He's putting on a great show. Listen, Chris needs to get in here. Chris, can you sneak past and open the door yourself and put yourself in here, or stay out near us, something? But he is going to help us get out at some point.
I'm guessing the time has passed and the elf didn't say anything while I was waiting.
No.
All right, then yeah, I would have gone. Yeah, I'm on my way up and try to do this. Drew was supposed to go somewhere. Have him access the elevator to make it look like I'm coming in. Well, like he's leaving. You guys are near Tree, right?
Elliot was with Tree.
I was with Tree.
So Tree's
So
there.
Tree's- Yeah.
You hear Tree's voice. You hear Tree's voice call out, "So, what am I to do?" And you hear the dwarf's voice grow louder. "You know his most holy excellency does have no need for droids. Get back downstairs." And like you hear like Tree scoot over to the door and hit the elevator button right as you're coming up.
Perfect.
I'm gonna scoot out and let Tree go in, as I'm gonna silently walk around avoiding everyone so I don't run into anyone, and try to get near the cell.
Okay. I need you to make an observation check.
Can we establish
Okay.
comms with Tree because he is a droid?
Elliot and Chris can because they were close proximity to him.
Okay.
I want to try to share that with them if I can.
Well, technically, we were in close proximity just now.
You were in the cell. He never left the desk area, whereas
Okay.
Elliot and Chris were like physically in contact.
Okay.
But you could pass on the information. So
Yeah,
that
I
way,
do.
We need to.
Chris, what'd you roll?
2,
Out of
8.
you have
Jesus.
no idea. You have no idea which cell they're in.
I would say just kind of hang out in the room somewhere that you can't be spotted.
I mean, I can't speak spotted much, anyways. But yeah, I'll just find a place where.
Well, you don't want to
most guards
sit.
not-
You don't want to sit on a chair and then have somebody sit on you.
I know.
Um,
I'm just gonna find a place to perch where no one seems to be going.
So, I'm gonna tell Elliot, hey, let's make sure Tree stays kind of incognito, but let's make sure he's on standby for when shit goes down. We can use him to help escort people to ships while we fight, because I want to get
Okay.
all of these people out of here.
And I'll relay that information to Tree.
Oh, but of course. What floor did you want me to go back to?
I would say tell him to stay by the ships, because we're going to push everybody out onto the landing pads in the spaceport area and have everybody get on ships, and tell him to see if he can start accessing multiple ships and get them ready. Not fire them up, but make sure he has access that he can start them and send them on a trajectory. I would say honestly, what do you guys think? Send them back to the house we just purchased. It's a safe space for them.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
see if we can get them transported with us when we hopefully get out of here.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna relay that information. Do we have any idea where Ethan is?
I don't know. I'm assuming he's with the Emperor.
Yeah.
I would assume.
You all of a sudden, on all 4 of your comms, you see a camera, like a video camera icon appear, flashing green.
I'm going to access it.
Yeah.
You guys are now seeing through the eyes of Tree. Tree's giving you a live feed of what's going on. As he wheels down back to the main hangar, you hear, as he wheels by the office where the captain is, you hear a smooth voice. Find the floor you were looking on. And you see Tree kind of turn over, and you see a 3-armed Fiorian with a stump on his upper right arm. And you hear Tree, "Why, yes, I was told to go to this floor and get my paperwork sorted out." And the Fiorian stands up, and as he steps up and moves away, you see the elf captain is lying dead on the floor with a head turned to the side.
Like snap neck.
Mm-hmm. And you can kind of see the panic, and you can kind of feel Tree begin to slowly back up. And as he crosses over, and he goes, "Where were the people escorting you for this?" And you hear Tree call out, "Long live Keen Maresh as you hear a sword come out, but it is almost too late as the transmission goes as it disappears. At this, you hear a panic, and the door opens, and you see the dwarf, panic-stricken on his face. Go down the hall. Go, 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 go. Away from the elevator. Go now.
Where are your people?
Don't worry about them. We're fine. Go, go.
Go to the ships, and we're gonna go ahead and leave. I will find your mother.
Find her. That's all I ask. I'll take care of these people.
Get them to the
Just
ships.
go.
Do you have a weapon?
Back elevators. Back elevators will take you straight up. You need to go now, though.
Do you have a weapon?
Press 2255 into the control panel that will override the security system. That'll take you up to the topmost floor. That's where he's at. Go. Go now. And he sees back towards the elevator and looking up at the top, and he just looks back to you. Hurry, please.
As we're moving, I'm gonna take both my swords and I'm going to throw them to him. I hope you fight like your mother.
And he grabs one, he tosses the shoto towards his little dwarven assistant, and he goes, poof, and he activates it. Poof, for good, Keen Maresh. And they give you a dwarven salute before turning back towards the door. As
Maresh inspires all.
And he looks back to you. Please hurry.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and move. At this point, does everybody have their weapons on them, like including Ben?
Surprisingly, Ben does.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So at this, I am pulling out my AR off of my back.
I pull out my minigun.
Dual pistols.
And I'd be like,
Okay.
Chris, stay invisible. Everybody, let's move.
Okay.
And we're just gonna start moving to where we need to go.
Okay, you go to the elevator, back elevator. There's a thumbprint activator, but you go back towards the back elevator. It's open. You go jump inside. The door's closed. There's a keypad that appears.
2255.
And they list up a whole bunch of floors by numerical order. There's only 1 to 14 floors from this point.
I need the one that brings us to wherever the Emperor is.
And you hear the AI voice go, to the throne room, level 6.
Guys.
And
ammo check, everybody.
Ammo check. Be prepared. Get ready. Chris, again, stay invisible. Try and get to a high point. Hopefully cannot see you, but try and get to a high point, a vantage point. Get the sniper on him. So he has multiple arms if he's like the rest of them. Chris, shoot off the arms. I no longer have melee weapons.
We're taking this fucker alive? I thought I gotta shoot him in the head.
Oh, no. We're shooting off the arms so he can't damage us, and then we're killing him.
If you want, I can give you the sword off of my shotgun. I would just be using my biotics for
I'll be okay because I have a feeling I'm going into Maresh mode. I may be using my fists quite a bit.
Alright.
So, I would suggest, Chris, worst case scenario, if you are seen or shit gets too hard for you to use a sniper, bring Sobek out. I would assume you can use your breath.
Yeah,
Ben,
that's one way I was thinking of chilling down, Ben.
Ben, you do have...
And I got them cold grenades.
Ben, you do have a minigun, but Belvis and some Zords may benefit us.
Okay, I'll unleash the minigun, lay suppressing fire down. Once that becomes ineffectual, dropping it. We're going Fishman.
We'll move in there, and Elliot, you and I can move in, start firing shots as we try and get closer to him. There's gonna, we can try and talk to him, but I highly doubt it's gonna work. I say we just go in guns blazing. Ben, try and stay back as much as possible. We don't want him to control you.
All right.
And if you feel yourself starting to lose control, yell out, Chris, restrain him. Spray him in ice.
Oh, I was gonna. Okay.
Elliot, we're gonna lay down suppressive fire, move our way forward. Soon as we get within melee range, we're gonna rage out.
Okay.
Everybody good?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm good.
We should be getting there pretty soon.
Level 6, the Emperor's throne room.
And just a quick glance, do I see him?
You look out, and it's a very darkened room. There is a singular chair in the back with a Fiorian, arms crossed, sitting in his chair,
Facing
helmet
us?
facing you, helmet on the arm rest right next to him. But looking directly at the door.
Okay. Contact front. Chris, go. Break away.
I'm gonna start moving.
And I'm like, you guys ready?
Yep.
Ready.
Let's move. Wait till we're about 15 steps inside to see if he speaks. And if he does not speak, if he even stands, start firing.
Yes, sir.
I got my minigun trained on him. If triggering button, and I'm just kind of eyeing him, keeping my eyes locked on him.
And I'm gonna go ahead and start moving forward, taking the lead. And as I step forward, I'm just keeping my eyes on him.
His eyes dart around the room, keeping the track of 3 of you. He cannot see Chris, but he's keeping tabs on the 3 of you, just looking around.
We need to start fanning, guys. Just
Yep.
fan out.
I fan out to the left of Caleb.
And I fan out to the right.
I'm gonna
And
find
he
a perch and pull out the sniper.
He puts out his one of his 4 massive arms, and he sticks it on top of the helmet. You see a couple of Zward's handles on his hip. You get the sense it's one for each arm.
Grievous. I'll be like, hello there. As soon as I literally, that's what I want to say. As soon as I see those and I see his arms, I'm going to go, hello there.
He looks directly at you. Caleb Freeman.
General Freeman.
You finally revealed yourself.
Do I recognize this voice?
No, you do not.
Okay.
What are you doing
Use the
here?
demon voice. So.
What are you doing here? What do you want? You better say something. Don't make any sudden movements, or you will die.
He just looks at you and he goes, I've been expecting you for a while now. Couldn't find you. But as it turns out, I didn't really need to come find you now, did I? You came to my home court.
Where's our friend?
And he looks at his wrist on his upper right arm. Now, can you correct something for me? I have a Ben Edwards here. However, now it's changed to Ben Gigglebottoms.
Actually, that's Jeremiah Gigglebottom.
Shut up, that is not my name and you know it.
It appears that I had some misinformation fed up to my gauntlet here. So thank you for clearing that up.
You're welcome. Where is my fucking friend?
Fucking friend.
What the fuck did you do with Ethan?
Ethan
You have
was
10
here.
You have 10 seconds to answer before I light you up like a Christmas tree.
Ethan was taken
do
from
love
us. Where the fuck is he?
Ethan, I've been looking for him for years.
You sent people to kill him.
I did not send people to kill him. I sent people to collect him.
Doesn't fucking matter. He ended up hurt, almost dead, and then when we're treating him, he
I just wanted to tell
disappears.
Caleb. Ask about the sulfur demon.
Disappeared.
Sulfur.
Sulfur, eh? Oh, well, for one, I didn't take it. I didn't. But my brother did. And I have no idea where he is.
And who's your brother?
I have many brothers. This one's the crazy one, though, if it smells like sulfur. He likes playing games.
Tell me, do you love your family? Do you feel anything for your family?
Not this particular brother, no.
Oh, so your other ones you do.
Like that one behind you, and standing behind you up the elevator holding a limp body of two dwarves across his shoulders and back, and
Do I recognize
dropping
the
him
dwarves?
onto the... What's that?
Do I recognize the dwarves?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna motion to Ben to stay trained on him. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to pull my pistol out in one motion and shoot him right in the forehead. The brother that appeared behind us with the dwarves.
And you go to shoot, and Ben, make an observation check.
Observation.
Actually, Elliot and Chris also make observation checks.
Okay.
4 out of 4.
5 out of 8.
Okay.
4 out of 8.
Everybody
Okay.
passed.
Ben notices it first, then Elliot, then Chris. But when Caleb turns around, aims, fires, the bullet goes flying for his forehead. You watch as the Fiorian reaches up and bats it, and when he does, the Fiorian on the throne shimmers.
Hologram.
Oh. Is anybody gonna tell me that happens? Because I'm not seeing it.
I saw it.
I set it into my mind.
Wait a
hologram.
minute. Wait a minute. He's not even here. I got
Fire.
wow.
As
I
I always say, do your own darn dirty work. Roll
I open up-
initiative.
Oh.
What's initiative
Initiative's
again?
a 12, right?
D12.
D12.
Ooh.
Damn.
I got Satan.
I got 4.
I got an 8.
Oh.
I got a 7.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Emperor got an 11.
Ooh.
Damn.
Caleb, you rolled a 10.
Uh-huh.
Okay. 9. 8. 7.
I got a 7.
I got an
Chris?
8.
Okay, Ben. So it goes. So at this point, it goes Emperor, Caleb, Ben, Chris, Elliot.
Okay.
So with that, he, as soon as he,
he, as soon as you shoot him, and he says, "Like I said, always do your own dirty work." As he takes the sword off of the dwarf and ignites it, and he throws it directly at you, Caleb. Caleb, I need you to make a brawn check for me.
5 out of 8.
What was that?
5 out of 8.
The sword goes flying past you. You're able to kind of like combat roll out of the way, but you train your pistol back up on him, and he's gone.
Can I
Gone from sight.
Can I catch it instead?
I need you to make a brawn check for that.
4 out of 8.
You catch the very hilt of it, but not enough to throw it back, but just enough to like.
That's fine. I'll hold on to it for my turn.
Okay, and you watch as when you go to catch it and you go to hold on to it, he darts under. Like you saw him dart off to your right, and as he disappears underneath a set of stairs. Caleb, you're up first.
Okay. So we're using the new rule set, so 4 movement or 4 actions, blah blah blah. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I want to kind of, after I catch that, I'm going to run towards him, and as I do that, I'm going to scream in anger, turn into Maresh. I'm assuming that's 2 actions, 1 movement, 1 to quote-unquote rage.
Yep.
And then,
so you have 2 actions.
Am I to him?
No, you're about 5 feet from him at this point. Like, you can see him, but you're still about 5 feet.
5 feet, I can still reach him, though.
Yes.
Okay. So I am going to then take 2 heavy strikes against him while raging, but I want to, that rage is going to pump that biotics into the Zward.
Okay, I need you to make a biotic check.
Okay. Biotics. Huh. That's why I put legendary in biotics. That is a 2 out of 4.
Okay. You go to slash across. You go to slash across, and all of a sudden, and your sword collides with his as he makes a block motion.
I've got one more. I'm gonna try and rotate around a little Shicho action and swipe across the other way. Hey,
okay.
I'm a master
Biotic
at
check.
all of them.
Biotic check.
That's a 4 out of 4, bitch.
You you do the Shicho strike across, and you watch as the last second he and it glances off the armor off of one of his shoulder pauldrons. As you notice, he uses Shien defense against you.
Oh.
With his sword coming down towards your head as he attempts to make a quick counterattack. Ben, you're up.
Ben, he uses Shien.
I hear that. I nod in acknowledgement. I gun. I yell out to Caleb, "Incoming!" And is Caleb in the way? Like, can I actually affect
him and Caleb? Him and the Emperor and Caleb are right next to each other.
God damn it.
Can I will say, can I use a reaction? Because we do still get a reaction. Can I use a reaction to roll out of the way when he starts firing?
You will have to make a brawn check.
That's fine. Okay, let me see if I can do that. Fire anyways, Ben. If I get hit, I get hit. I'll eat it. But
I point the minigun at the Emperor And I just,
Prestige
yeah.
that.
That is 4 out of 8 on my brawn.
Okay. And you open fire. I need a brawn check from you.
Come on.
Okay. Check is an 8.
I'm about to go the pod on his ass.
6 out of 8. So I aim at him and I press and I yell out, "Get some!"
And you watch as he looks, he sees you, you hear "get some," and he, like, at the last second, like, you duck and roll out of the way, Caleb. His strike hits the ground, and then he jumps, does a front flip out towards Ben. As a couple of the bullets manage to hit his upper back but glance off his armor. And Ben, I need a persuasion roll from you.
Oh shit! Right.
Fuck. Roll high. Come on.
Yeah.
8 out of 8.
Woo!
As he lands in front of you, you feel nothing but hatred towards him.
Yes.
Your left arm, you look at your left arm, the furor that was beginning to grow has, like, kind of diminished a little bit. And you still have the minigun trained on him.
So does Ben have a singular glove on that one hand? You just no.
No.
I keep the gun trained on the Emperor and I just
Yeah, but is he too close to you to do that?
care.
He jumped right in front of you.
I can still shoot him with the minigun.
I need another brawn check from you.
Use your hatred. Do it.
Another 8 out of 8.
Do it.
You watch as he lands in front of you, and you're just, and this one, it's like as tightly knit as you can possibly do with a minigun on him. As he, he hits the ground, and a floor piece comes up, and you shred it right in half. You see a few of the bullets as he dodges off to the left. To your left. Make another persuasion roll.
Ooh, come on.
6 out of 8.
You not quite this time. You can hear a voice, a small whisper this time. Keep fighting it. Keep fighting it. Okay, you still have 2 more actions.
I'm just like, gosh. And I turn the minigun and keep training on him, and I'm just unleashed, just a stream of bullets on him.
Okay, I need a brawn check. I need a brawn check from you.
I wonder how much armor he
My
has.
God, I swear to God, it's another 8 out of 8.
Another tight knit this time as he gets hit in the upper arms, or one of his upper arms, as he springs back. At this point, he is about 30 feet away from you, Ben, and Caleb. At this point, since you dodged away from him, kind of where he's at, he's probably about 20 feet away from you.
Is he Yodaing himself around?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, last action. I'm just gonna
Need another persuasion roll from you.
Oh, that's right.
I love how the Star Wars nerds are coming out in us.
7 out of 8.
Oh yeah, come on.
You hear nothing as you keep that minigun trained on him.
And
Do it again.
I just keep pressing that trigger right on. Die! Just fucking die!
Okay, I need a brawn check from you.
Ben sounds like he's in friggin' AVP.
5 out of 8.
With a minigun.
This time you the gun starts to kind of tilt upward. It's starting to get kind of warm holding it, but you keep it close trained. This time he and Yoda's around. This time caterwauling and front flipping, landing about 15, or he lands about 5 feet closer to you, Ben. As he looks directly at you, I need a persuasion roll from you.
Come on.
6 out of 8.
This time, you hear a voice. Is this really necessary? And you find yourself, chink, letting go of the trigger.
Oh. Oh.
And you hear the AI voice in your head. Are we really letting you now you have to reload your minigun now?
Time to drop it and move on.
Yeah, I just kind of dropped the gun. I dropped the minigun and I want to. Is it still my turn, GM?
No, you used all your actions to shoot him.
You will only
Okay,
have
so-
a reaction left.
Okay.
Yep. Chris, you were up.
I'm gonna aim towards this Emperor and open fire on him with the sniper.
Okay.
Hey, GM, does he get advantage because he's not seen?
He should have. He should have, because you also get an advantage on your first shot of the day from your last
Yep.
session.
Yep. Do it.
So-
Advantage, baby.
3 out of 4.
Okay.
Your first shot. And you just see him as he falls back. As he rolls over to the side as you hit him, upper left side. And you can hear him activating his ward again. Where are
I'm
you?
gonna shoot him again.
Chris, hold on. I'm going to give you a hint. So you get 4 actions, right?
Right.
One of
I'm
the
gonna shoot
things...
twice, move.
Okay, but here's something I'm going to tell you that we never went over because Ethan and I just corrected it for the book.
Mm-hmm.
You have a breathe action. As a sharpshooter, you can take a breathe action, which will negate one of your actions, but it will give you advantage on your attack.
Okay.
So, up to
I'll
you.
let you
I'm
do
just
that.
giving you that option. As long as GM's
Yeah.
okay with it being used. But I'm assuming we're using our whole system.
that's why I put it in there.
Okay. I'm assuming we're
Alright,
using
then
our
I'll
whole
take a
system.
breathe action.
Okay.
I'll take the breathe action to once again collect myself some before I would then shoot one more time.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
that's
go to
good. Sorry.
And that gives me advantage, yes?
you roll with advantage.
And just so everybody else knows, that's something newer that Ethan and I put in. You can also use an action to sprint a little more and get closer, which gives you disadvantage on a melee, and then you can take a breath action to get rid of that disadvantage and all of that. But
4 out of 4.
yeah.
You go to fire, and at the last second you watch as the Emperor, and he slices your bullet right out of the air. He rolled a 4 out of 4 as well on his brawn check.
And I'm gonna move.
And that's it.
Yep.
Elliot, you're up.
Come on.
Okay.
You were about from your position, you're about 30 feet away from him.
Bring Safi out.
All right. Yeah. First off, I'd like to rage.
Okay, that takes an action.
How far can I get there just by running?
20 feet.
So I still need 10 more.
You need 10 more to reach him in a melee sense.
Oh, that should be close enough for. Is that close enough for my shotgun though?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I was gonna say.
You could do
I
it
was
at
gonna say,
30 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. I do want to get closer though. So I'm gonna close some distance, and then I'm just gonna start unloading my automatic shotgun.
Okay, so 20 feet for your movement, so that's one action, and you're going to shoot him with your shotgun.
Yep.
Okay, are you going to use Safi? Are you going to Safi infuse it or not?
Yeah.
Okay, I need a shotgun check at advantage.
My shotgun's legendary.
So that's
Okay, then
Do I have to do
2d4.
the high? Okay.
2d4.
2 out of 4.
You rage, run towards him. Poof, your first shot goes off, and in desperation, he and he deflects some of the shots, but he kind of rolls out of the way. You have one more action left.
I want to try to slam him into the ground and see if I can hold him there so that he's like easy fodder for the rest of these guys.
Okay, make a biotics check.
2 out of 4.
Stasis?
I want to like hold him against the ground if I can.
Safi, I need a brawn check for you.
Okay. 6 out of 8.
You watch as he caterwauls out of the way, and you as Safi are just so mad that he has been leapfrogging away from you that you just slam down, and you watch as he crumples into the floor.
Like Hulk
You hear
and
a-
Loki?
You hear a as he rolled a natural 1 on his brawn check, trying to dodge.
So you just hulked his Loki.
I'm gonna say, stay right there, you son of a bitch.
Puny humans.
And and you're holding him there with your brawn check,
Oh
right?
yeah, I'm trying to keep him there so that they can unload on his ass.
Puny god.
And he takes out his ward. I need you to make another brawn check.
All right. 7 out of 8.
As he goes to raise raise his left arm, he's got his ward in hand. You can either allow it because he failed his contested brawn check against you. Do you A, slam him again, or B, do you yank his ward away from his hand?
Take it away.
I want to break his arm off if I can.
Ooh.
You go to slam him back down, and you hear a crunch.
I said stay there!
And this time, he grabs his ward again, and I need a brawn check from you.
6 out of 8.
As he looks towards you, and and you feel this dark, sulfuric type energy kind of break free as he lunges towards you, sword raised, as he prepares to bring it down on top
You're gonna
of
lose
you.
the game again.
Caleb, it's your turn, because technically he used 3 actions to try and break Safi's hold and 1 action to move. It is your turn.
Okay, how far am I from him?
You are about 15 feet, and he's in mid-strike about to hit
I'm gonna
Safi.
rush over there, take my Zword, put it to block Safi, and then slam. I'm gonna try and kind of counter and slice that hand off.
Okay, I need a brawn check from you.
It's cocked. 8 out of 8.
You watch as he goes to bring it down, and you watch Elliot as you watch this hand that was probably going to bisect you head to toe all of a sudden disappears, and Caleb is standing before you. Caleb, you still have 3 actions left.
2.
I
I
two
moved.
because you moved in slash. Okay,
Yeah.
my bad. What are you doing?
I want to. Does he have a Zord in any other hand, or are they still on his belt?
You see his other hand at this point. The bottom right one is got a Zword in his hand as well, ignited. As soon as you sliced his hand off.
Okay, I am going to go ahead and try and slice that one off as well.
Okay. Brawn check.
Another 8 out of 8.
As you go to, he raises his arm up to block you, and you have before you a broken-armed, 3-armless emperor as he stands before you, coughing, blood trickling out of his bottom lip. You still have 1 more action.
I'm gonna get up close. Do you yield?
Is Maresh wearing the glasses all this time?
Yes.
It's been a long time since I've had a good fight like that. As he crumples to his knees out of exhaustion, as he breathes. Ben, I need a persuasion roll from you.
Fuck. You better fucking pass this.
You better pass
or
this.
I'm stabbing you in the chest.
Okay, rude.
Maresh is angry right now.
5 out of 8.
You can hear his voice scratch at your head like, and then it disappears like the wind.
Sorry, everyone.
As the Emperor kneels down before you guys.
Do you yield?
Either way, I'm toast.
I cut his head off.
You cut his head off.
I don't even let him finish his sentence.
Okay.
And
Instant whiteness from all 4 of your visions up here.
Not this shit again.
I mean, you can see each other, but you guys are staring at a white canvas.
What the fuck?
So I'm guessing
I'm-
I'm,
your
disabled
arm-
now.
Armor, weapons.
Changing back into myself.
You're already back to Caleb.
Okay.
You're no longer Maresh.
God, I feel weak.
As you feel very tired, but you don't it's almost like after drinking an energy drink, you get that nice big sugar high, and then that mighty crash that follows afterwards. Yeah, that's kind of what you're feeling right now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And you and Sappy are feeling that, you and Elliot are feeling that right now.
God. What?
I could use a nap.
I need whiskey.
It doesn't take you too long before Elliot.
Yes.
You see, and only you see this, a clock
Old-fashioned clock
Hmm.
floating in front of you.
Okay.
Are the hands moving?
Okay.
Not yet. They are
I
currently sitting with the big hand just after the 10 and the small hand after the 4.
I want to try to move it so that it's like 2023, because I know that these are years.
Okay. The canvas below you changes. And you are looking down, present day, 2023. You see some homes beginning ready to decorate their house for the upcoming holiday Halloween season. You see Pam in her home eagerly awaiting a pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks.
Hate them.
And
Hmm.
but you reach out towards it and you feel like it shimmers.
It shimmers.
Mm-hmm.
Can I step through it?
Nope.
I'm gonna look around.
You look around and you see Caleb, as he looks right now, wearing a blue shirt. You look and see Ben wearing a bluish purple shirt, and you see Chris holding a blanket.
Hmm.
Suddenly, you hear Elliot. You feel a small little hand reach out and grab yours.
I'll take it.
So and you look down and you see Elf Charlie looking up at you, and a few small tears streaming down her face.
Whoa, hey, don't cry. And I'm gonna drop to my knees and hold him.
Okay. Caleb, Ben, and Chris, you guys all see this. You don't see 2023, you don't see the clock, but you do see Elliot hugging Elf Charlie.
What's
That's
going on?
who I think it is.
Yeah, put the clock to 2023 and you'll see what I'm seeing.
There's no clock.
Oh, you don't even see a clock?
No.
You see my wife?
I'm gonna look around, do I?
You go to look around, and you just hear.
Does she hear that, or do all of us hear that?
No, just Elliot. Elliot
Okay.
hears it. It's just a laugh. You get the
What's
sense
so
that
funny?
if you're looking for Kara still it hasn't come back from the book.
What's so funny?
You don't hear a
Nope.
response.
No, come on, you can laugh, but now you can't show yourself?
At this, Ben, the clock now appears in front of you. Elliot, you can no longer see the clock. You can only see Charlie.
What the heck? See a clock. What's going on?
And you see it is just after the 4, just after the 10.
Change the time.
What do I change it to?
To its just after the 4. Put it on the 4. The little hand on the 4. And the big hand just after the 4. It should make it 2023.
I rotate the hands on the clock to get to 2023.
The floor beneath you changes.
Oh.
You are looking down, present day, 2023. Pam is still waiting for her pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks. And is debating probably whether or not to give you a wet willy, but
If she wants the pumpkin spice latte, she won't do that.
And you can see homes getting prepped for the upcoming Halloween holiday.
Which Ben doesn't like to decorate for. Just so everybody knows.
And you can watch, and you see some Dallas Cowboy fans.
Boo.
Not fucking today, because they can't beat a fucking 0-2 team.
And you, this time, you feel a gelatin touch on your shoulder.
Glormax.
The heck?
It's Glormax.
You turn around, and it's Glormax standing behind you.
Son.
Dada?
The heck? Where come from?
Are you my father?
Are you my father?
What if that's what he sounded like? No, remember,
No,
he talked like this.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you for that, dick.
Dad? Father? What are you doing here?
About that.
Jerry Springer called.
Chris, the clock now appears in front of you. It disappears from Ben.
I'm just gonna sit at the same time and try to focus on my house, praying to see my wife.
You see your kids. Your boys are doing good. They're healthy. But then you hear... You don't see Kara, but you do see, or rather hear, the sounds of pages being turned, followed by a laugh.
Laugh again, 'cause I will kill you.
Find me and we can find out. Before you feel a hand on your shoulder. This one, about your height, kind of a comforting touch on your shoulder. As you turn around, you see Rohan, the original Rohan, staring back at you.
You were in here, and then you weren't, and now you're here.
Magic plays funny tricks on the mind.
And we have a demon to slay.
What do you say?
Let's go kill him. Time for a good old-fashioned hunt.
Now the clock appears before Caleb.
I'm going to do the same thing, set it to 2023.
You go to set it to 2023,
And the
Armageddon.
hands on the clock. It is super hard to move these hands. As next thing you know, you just hear a sinister laugh. And the hands begin to spin wildly. We're doing things differently, guys. Caleb, would you like to describe the next events as they unfold?
Darkness consumes all of you. You can no longer see your hand in front of your face. The sound of feathers floating as each of you opens your eyes ever so slightly, your vision flickering back into normalcy. You all are staring at a ceiling. What looks to be a normal ceiling. Doesn't look to be futuristic. Doesn't look to be from the past. Looks to be about just right. As you feel yourself laying on various beds, whether uncomfortable or not, feels like maybe things are back to normal. But you all get an eerie sense, a chill down your spine. And that, my friends, is where we close the book on chapter 2. We will continue in chapter 3 and see where we pick up. So, as the pages of the Chronicles of the Damned close for now, the echoes of your adventures shall linger in the annals of time. May the tales you've woven inspire dreams and kindle the fires of imagination. Until we meet again, remember that the realms of wonder and mystery await your return. Farewell, brave travelers, until the next chapter unfolds in this ever-changing storybook. Safe journeys, and may destiny's embrace guide you onward. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.